Good morning. How's everyone doing? I've got some really strong divine masculine energies coming in. So far, what I'm picking up is a lot of frustration, a lot of procrastination, a lot of um, self doubt. It's just, it's frustrated. I mean, it's just really frustrating energy. So let's just tap in and see where the divine masculine is sitting, what energy they're sitting in. We do have the eclipse. See? So in meditation, this is the card. I just flipped the deck. This is the card. Exchanging gifts and milk and honey. I love that on the bottom of the deck. This is just saying to me that this is what they want. They want to share their life, their joy and abundance and everything that life has to offer them with the divine counterpart. But for me, what was coming through in meditation was like the masculine was either putting up all the blocks to this exchanging gifts or recognizing all the blocks to the exchanging gifts. So it was really difficult for me to see and feel into exactly what that is because it is a collective energy. So let's see. Yeah, there's just like, I don't know. I'm seeing someone running around, their home, and all these different tasks are started, but nothing's completed, and they keep putting off the the most the ones with the most priority. That Does that make sense? I'm being shown like an overflowing kitchen sink. Like they've started filling the sink to do dishes, and then they went and did another task. This is certainly, it could be literal, but it's metaphorically saying that, you know, they're being distracted or they're distracting themselves from the real emotions because they're so overwhelming. They're just overflowing. The water is just overflowing out of the sink, and that's a priority. Their emotions, are a priority, and they're not paying attention to it. They're off being distracted by something else, whether the phone rang or someone rang the doorbell or one of the other projects they have going on. So, take that for how that resonates. And but they're really frustrated. I feel like they're frustrated with themselves, but they're projecting that out onto anyone else who comes in their vicinity. Not an easy word to say when you haven't had your full cup of coffee yet. So let's see what wants to come out. I do have another oracle deck that asked to speak this morning as well, prior to the tarot. So grab your cup of coffee, cup of tea, and have a seat, because well, by the time you see this, you're already gonna know how long it is. I have a feeling, by the book, this is about doing things. They want to get it right. But I really feel, I love the 11 card. I feel, though, that, you know what? Let me see if I can do this with you on here with me. There. I was way too bright in my own face. I'm still getting used to using the bigger devices. Like, wow. Wow, I can see my pupils, for Pete's sakes. Hmm. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, I love the 11. It's just saying to me, the 11 is just saying to me, divine masculine, you are right where you're supposed to be right now. There is no, you're putting too much pressure on yourself to do the right thing. And here's the thing. So there's a lot coming in at me here. they want to do the right thing in terms of the connection with their counterpart. So the soul is pulling them, the heart is pulling them, but they also have other things in their earthly environment, their 3D environment, friends, job, spouses, family, whatever it is, that's really weighing them down. And they feel like they've got to follow that path and that pattern that they've always done. So I really feel like this is a difficult breaking out of the matrix kind of energy. They've been in it for so long. They're just, at least the energy I'm picking up is just really challenged with, actually they said that's it for this deck, all right? Let me go to this deck. They're just challenged with how to step out of their comfort zone, step out of what they've always known, how they've always been, how they've always done things, even though it didn't fit and it didn't work well for them. Or it did for a time, and now it's, kind of run its course. I'm picking up some boredom. It's like, here it is. It's Monday. I'm recording this on Monday, the 10th, I think, March 10th. And it's like, every Monday I do the same thing. I wait for the UPS truck. That was random. I wait for the UPS truck to deliver this or that. I know I'm going to hear from this person at this time of the day because there it is. My phone just rang. It's like this Groundhog Day dragging dross that they're tired of, but I feel like they've been shown the way out. So, without due respect, Divine Masculine, you really do have no one to blame but yourself. I'm just saying. Because that's how I'm being shown things playing out. So there's a bit of resistance. There's a lot of procrastination when it comes to the divine asking, nudging them to... Yeah, this is funny. Nudging them to make a shift. Surrender is what I was laughing at. And embracing. So at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, I'm just looking at the numbers. Yeah, they need to embrace the surrender. I want to say that to the Divine Feminine. Perhaps this is something the Divine Feminine as well needs to continue to embrace the energy of surrender. But right now we're talking about the masculine energy in the connection, male or female, you know that. All right, let's just see. I feel like there is a deep desire to surrender, but there's also a holding on to something. The matrix, the 3D-ness of something. A pattern, a way of life. I don't know. Because I'm looking at the embracing card and I'm seeing it. I feel like I'm seeing it from the backside of it, where she's like holding on too tightly to the moon. So that's why I'm getting like a 4 of Pentacles energy. So there needs to be a releasing, because if you're holding on too tightly, the heart can't be open. Surrender doesn't happen, right? Surrender is letting things flow in a natural order. It's okay. I said the words natural order, doing things by the book. The surrender, though, is these leaves didn't say, they weren't told, okay, you go here, you go there, you go there, that you're number 22, you got to go over here. There, it's just wherever they fall and wherever they land and wherever they flow to. So you get what I'm saying here? I feel like I'm talking in a riddle here, but there's a desire for that. It's like there's a they're torn between these two energies, doing things by the book and surrendering and letting things flow naturally, organically. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Oh, right out of the gate. Eight of Cups. I just heard, I feel like giving up. This is the divine masculine. Not wanting to leave all these 8 cups that they've already dealt with. They've stacked them nice and neat, done things by the book. Because, but then they know this journey, this spiritual quest that they're being nudged to go on and fully embrace. It brings up too many fears. I can't make that. I heard it's like I feel like giving up. It's funny because it typically would say, there's underlying fear. I'm not, the most likely is, but I'm not picking that up. It's more it's more of a frustration with themselves because it's like they can't get out of their own way. Really seeing the transition or like a transformation energy, seeing the transformation card in this deck. Because that's what I kept seeing, and that's why I went right over to the deck. Because it's the only card, or only deck that I've got that has a card that says transformation like that. This deck does. So they're definitely in a transition between the 3D-ness of things and the higher frequency of things. Yeah, they're just freaking stuck in their head. Stuck in their head. I feel like there's some days they want to see, other days they don't. But all in all, they're turning their back on something. Let's keep going. What else do you want to tell me, Divine Masculine? Not taking that. This deck suddenly feels really sticky. Temperance. They're needing patience with themselves. They're asking the Divine Feminine to continue to be patient with them. Yes. That's the truth. Three of Swords. I've got to say, I feel like this Divine Masculine collective that I'm picking up on, they've gone through, the last few months have been really rough on them mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, just trying to find where they I'm hearing finding their footing in this existence, because they've existed in such a dense, 3D matrixy world for so long. They've started this journey, in Divine Feminine. You've gone through this multiple times. The journey is just not one journey. It's got many layers and a lot of movement to it. And they're just at a juncture in the journey where I feel like they're feeling very raw and vulnerable, naked. I'm hearing naked with the storm brewing all the way around them, just really vulnerable, not knowing how to get their footing in the newness of themselves, the new earth, the new vibration, the new frequency. So right now, the I feel like spirit is giving them the moment. Spirit is just saying, "All right, we're just be in this moment. We're not going to pitch a tent. We're not going to camp here. Things do need to flow, and this is in divine order, because we cannot bypass any of the shadow work that we need to do, any of the self-reflection that we are asked to do, especially during retrogrades. You know, we've got Mercury is in its pre-shadow phase of its retrograde, and Venus just went retrograde on the 1st. We have an eclipse on Friday, full moon eclipse on Friday. So there's a lot of energy stirring around here. Cosmically, you know, Schumann resonance has had blackouts where no data has been, registered. We've had a KP index of 6 the other night, so a lot of aurora energy, a lot of energy, plasmic and cosmic energy coming in. So there's a lot swimming in their head right now. They want clarity, and clarity and truth, it's coming. It's coming, but they're definitely right now asking. um I feel this is twofold. I feel like they're asking the divine feminine to be very patient with them. They're still working things out. They're still finding who they are, finding where they fit, finding their footing. Um, they know that there is a new path. They know this is part of the new path. Uh, I also feel that this is the divine surrounding the divine masculine, whispering in their ear, go gentle with yourself. This is not a one-off thing. Things have got to flow. Yes, we know you want to do things right, but you can't do them the way that you've been doing them by the book, because that book is outdated. Ooh, I love that. That book is outdated. Excuse me for a moment. That old book is outdated. Very cool, Spirit. I love that. I got like, how did my table get smaller? Um, there's just so much here. Let's keep going. All right. So yes, we know that they're being challenged right now. Their heart is torn. Some of them may. So let's take a look at that Three of Swords, Spirit. Talk to me more about that. Thank you. Death, transformation. Why is the Three of Swords here, please? Four of Pentacles. There's that Four of Pentacles. So there's something of their life that they're not wanting to let go of. And this transition that they're in, spiritual transition, is asking them to open their heart and release something. What is that? Release all the blocks to a joyful life. Some of them may have family that they need to release. This full moon is going to definitely illuminate. And that's another thing. I feel like that's what's happening here, is everything is just so loud for them. They're seeing the moves that they didn't make, the moves that they did make in the past. They're like, everything they're being asked to look at is being shown to them all at the same time, and it's just overwhelming, and they just want to close their eyes, close their ears, close their heart, and that's just give up and walk away. But Spirit's not going to let them give up and walk away. Archangel Michael's not going to let that happen very easily. You know, not going to have to put up a fight, but the divine knows, the soul knows that they are on a very spiritual, divine path, and it needs to be walked in all of its aspects, in all of its, you can't jump ahead here. But this full moon is definitely going to reveal to them, quite possibly, where they've been hanging on to something that they believed made them happy, but it wasn't fulfilling. Okay? It wasn't fulfilling. Like, it may have looked good on the outside, but when you really get down to the nitty gritty, it wasn't fulfilling. There was something, they were blocking themselves off. They weren't even allowing themselves to experience it because it just didn't fit anymore. It didn't feel well. Some of them could have had someone pass for sure with that death card there. But I'm really feeling, because of the transformation card that I was shown in my mind's eye prior to coming on, that death card is definitely the transformation that the Divine Masculine is in right now. There's a need for deep surrender here. Let's take those. They flipped, and yeah. So Divine Masculine, you definitely, you've got a mission to experience here. We have the Six of Pentacles. We've got the Six of Cups that came out as well. Seven of Swords and the Knight of Wands. So that's exactly what I was picking up here, Spirit. So thank you for that, because I feel like that Seven of Swords, Six of Cups energy is speaking about what I was saying earlier of all the things that they've done in the past. All the lies, all the cheating, all the, the secrecy, all the things that they thought they were getting away with. And that this could be in reference to the Divine Feminine. It does not have to. It could be just in general, straight across the board. I feel like they're really being shown the discrepancies of their behavior is how that's coming through. If they were in and out of the Divine Feminine's life, how I feel like they're being shown how that felt. They're being shown I've got to say, I feel like it's their higher self is showing the lower self the truth of things, and it's just a hard freaking pill to swallow for whoever this collective Divine Masculine energy is I'm reading for. There is a desire for balance and what is that? So I don't know. I'm not very familiar with the 12 steps of sobriety. What is that? Is it making amends? I feel like, even though it's, excuse me, not here, I feel like that's on the other side of this. There's, excuse me, so let's take a look. What's on the other side of this? I feel like there's, however they choose to do it, whether it's writing, having a conversation with not just the Divine Feminine, but other people that they have had experience with. I feel like there's a realization of needing to make amends before moving forward. Talk to me about that, Spirit. Queen of Pentacles. Emperor. There you are, Divine Masculine, showing up in your reading. There's the World card, Magician card. Yep. All right. Bottom of the deck, World card, Magician, Seven of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, Three of Wands, Four of Cups, Page of Pentacles. Yeah, this has been Ten of Wands. This has been a burden that they've carried for a very long time. The Strength card. I could keep going on the bottom of the deck. Holy cow. Cliff notes of what's on the bottom of the deck. This is, I feel, Spirit is asking me to say, this is the energy that's pushing, that's the word they're using, pushing the Divine Masculine right now. There is an old cycle that needs to play out. There is amends to make. The Divine Masculine, now number one, if your Divine Masculine is coupled with in a marriage with somebody else, there could be a spouse that they need to come clean with. There has been too much secrecy, too many lies, too many whatever, you know. Some of them may be having to come forward to say, hey, I've been a player, I've played you, I've played others. That's really, can you imagine? That's a very difficult conversation to admit to yourself, first of all, and then to have with another. But there is a Divine Masculine here that, you know, I feel like they just want to make things right. I mean, now that the Queen of Pentacles is just feeling like very nurturing, very, this could be some mother energy, whether they're living or not. Some mother energy coming through, guiding them. But they definitely want a partner that is trustworthy, that is grounded, that is not needy. And they want to be that for the counterpart that they're calling in. There is definitely, you know, there's a message here about putting down the resistance and putting your head, putting your nose to the grindstone, doing the hard work, because this has been a path that's been long awaited for. Instead of not looking at what the universe is offering, staring it straight in the face this time. Yeah, there's a Queen of Cups. I saw that on the front top of the deck. So there could be a water sign that may be in the picture, that may be holding them back, that may be influencing them. If your divine counterpart is married, if this is representing a commitment, a partner, a spouse in your scenario, this spouse may be pulling out all the tactics to I'm gonna be nice here. I feel like if that's the case and your counterpart is married, I feel that the counterpart or the spouse, thank you, the spouse is pulling out all stops here to convince your divine masculine, the divine masculine, that they're unworthy, that their ideas aren't valid, that I just saw a big thumb come down like that. So they're maybe that's why this is I give up, because the counterpart, it's just a battle. It's just a battle. We did have the Seven of Wands and the Ten of Wands on the bottom of the deck. It's a battle. It's a burden. their heart is calling them in one direction, but their experience, their physical experience is holding all the cards. I just picked up the deck, put them in my hand, and I heard holding all the cards. Very significant. Let's, oh my gosh. Let's see where the Divine Feminine counterpart is. Eight of Pentacles, Six of Cups on the split. They've been doing the work. They've been facing their shadow. They've been doing the inner child healing. Divine Feminine, where are you at, please? Fool. Divine Feminine is starting a new journey for themselves. A new door is open. A new chapter has started. Put that there. Some of you may be feeling foolish for have waited for your counterpart. There's an ace on the bottom of the deck. What else for the Divine Feminine? Ooh, well, that went right back in. There's that Six of Cups again. I am, even with two cards, I'm picking up, I'm wondering what the underlying is going to feel like, because I'm picking up on, for a few of us, there could be some, holding on to the past, and this journey might not get off on the right foot. Right now, I'm hearing, right now. What else? So they're very nostalgic. Divine, there could be some past memories that are coming up that are being asked to be cleared. Some hurtful ones, quite possibly. Some inner child things. Even just some childhood memories for themselves. It has nothing to do with, well, it all has to do with the twin flame journey. But in this incarnation, it doesn't physically have anything to do with the counterpart. Ten of Swords. Strength. Well, some of you have gone through it as well recently. 10. Well, with that 10 there, 10 and 8. The last 10 to 8 months have been a challenge, but you've overcome them. Something like an old chapter ended, and within that ending, you found your strength, you found your, I'm hearing your glory, your Eden glory. Very interesting. Look at that. Divine Feminine has the Temperance card, just like the Divine Masculine. So Archangel Michael overseeing this connection. Love that so much. Divine Feminine has been patient. They have learned it has been one of, agree with me, right? I know you're going to say, yeah, hell yeah. Patience and self-mastery has been the biggest lesson on this journey for you, Divine Feminines. You've had to learn to be patient with the timing of things, with yourself, you've had to be patient with your inner child and your inner shadow, and do a lot of self-parenting and things like that. So it takes time. It takes effort. It takes patience. You have learned patience. You are very patient. But with that Ten of Swords here, it could be also saying that patience is running out. Because you're ready for a new beginning. There's a new chapter coming. Talk to me about that new chapter for the Divine Feminine Spirit. Ooh, my goodness. They were waiting for that question. Three of Cups, Nine of Wands. Yeah, don't forget to celebrate the little things. There's new connections coming in. That Nine of Wands feels like all the patterns, all the healing that you've done. You are a survivor, and Spirit wants to make sure that you celebrate that. Talk to me about the new chapter. Can you say that again? I can't hear it. Four of Swords, Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords. Yeah. I feel like the new chapter is a chapter of self-confidence, healing, more healing. We're never not healing, right? But there is an element or a space where we need to integrate all of the healing that we've been doing, and I feel that this could be where the divine feminine is right now. There's they are being asked to be very discerning of these energies right now because of the eclipse energy. I do say that word a lot. It irritates me. So I apologize if you're like, really? She said it again. Well, that's what we're talking about, right? We are talking about energy, and it's constantly moving and flowing and shifting. And but the divine feminine has definitely come into her own, and it has not been an easy journey. And so she can have compassion and empathy for the divine masculine, he or she. You know how I roll on this channel. I don't feel like I need to explain myself continuously, but um, there's this, finding an inner peace. Yeah, the inner peace comes with the confidence, or the confidence comes with the inner peace. However you want to see it. But there is some clarity also coming through for this new chapter. So she may be sitting in some energy of, because she's in the Six of Cups energy, she could be sitting in some confusion. But got the Eight of Wands on the bottom. There's the Eight of Cups again, and the Wheel of Fortune, High Priestess, King of Wands. There's the counterpart here, the Queen of Wands. So you could be having a lot of telepathic communication with your counterpart. Because I don't feel like there's a lot of physical communication here. It really doesn't feel it. Talk to me about the communication. Knight of Cups. Mm-hmm. Any communication is genuine and sincere. You can trust it. I love that. So however you're receiving communication, I do feel it's more telepathically, or maybe it has been. I feel like if there's no communication right now, the divine feminine, you're being asked to just remember and stay in the truth of your heart. You've been down this road before where there's been communication, no communication. It's been an in and out thing, and you've learned how to discern your own emotions around that. You've got the Strength card. You have self-mastered, a lot of your emotions and your thoughts. Anything else for the divine feminine? The Devil. Let's see what that has to say to me here, because I'm hearing the devil is in the details, and I'm not quite sure what that. I don't know what that saying means, but I heard it, so somebody else might know. But we've got Sun and Page of Wands. Okay, because thank you. So they're pulling the Queen of Swords out with this Devil energy. That's about the discerning. There, as as you move forward on your path, there are energies out there lower energies that would like to dim your light, but I feel like you're really onto them. There is some sort of message coming through here from quite possibly the divine masculine or a child, or it's just something somebody says that really illuminates things for you. It brings the devil out of the shadows and into the light. And so you're going to be asked to really use your discernment here. You know the truth. Don't get sidetracked, don't get deceived. Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck again. Yeah, the Ace of Swords, I love that. And there's the communication again. Yeah, it would be so easy for you to get up in your head again. But you know the truth. The truth is who you are, what you're here to do. I'm listening. Hold on. hmm. For some of you, the devil is representing someone in your physical experience. It is such a stealth. How do I want to say that? It is definitely, there's some, and it has absolutely nothing to do with your counterpart specifically, but they have been placed in your experience to try to break down your truth, your knowing. And that Queen of Swords is coming through with you know, Divine Feminine, to be on your toes around this energy. You've already experienced something. And trust that. Trust that instinct. That could be for someone very, very, very specific. Anything else? One final card for the Divine Feminine. Then we'll get a little bit of the Union energy, which is often, yeah, there's a burden. Take on only what you can right now. You might need to lighten your schedule. My month is very busy, and thankfully I had an appointment canceled this morning, which allowed me to do this because this was coming in. If I didn't have that appointment canceled, I would have had to wait, and then the energy would have shifted. But Spirit needed this message for whatever reason to come out, so things got moved around. But this is just coming through with, not carrying too much, not doing for others. This is not a time to take on more than you can handle, or take on more responsibility than what is yours. Stay in your truth, stay in your light. You know the path that you're on. Don't allow these other energies to pull you down. I don't think you will. Let's take a look at the Union energy real quick, Spirit. The overall. Ace of Wands. So we've seen the Ace of Wands a little bit, right? New beginning, new inspiration. Passionate. Ooh. Justice. Look at that. Look at beautiful energy. already it's very different from the counterpart energy, because we just allow, the union energy really doesn't have the 3D influence of it, right? We do, the counterparts do, but the union energy is the divine energy, right? Hangman, Six of Pence, Pentacles. I don't know why I said Six of Pence. Sixpence. Don't know. There could be a new direction, a new understanding of the mission. I do want to say this. So everything you've believed up to this point in regards to your union, your mission, everything about this journey, I feel is it's being adjusted into a higher timeline. Yes, for sure. You may have thought your mission was just this one thing, but I feel it's so much more. There is something here about service. We do have the full moon eclipse in Virgo, which is Virgo is very healing energy. It's also an energy of service. How do I serve? Where do I serve? And with the hangman, so there could be a little bit of a pause in that aspect of the union energy, because of, excuse me, because of how erratic the energy, the cosmic energy is right now. But things are definitely uplifting. They're working out for the highest good of all. There's new inspiration that brings balance to this, connection. We've got 2 cards of balance. We've got the 8 of Cups for the 3rd time. Did she have that? She had that on the bottom of the deck somewhere, or it showed itself somewhere, didn't she? I think it was on the bottom of the deck, one of the cards at one time. But so we've got the 8 of Cups again, walking a new path. Walking a new path of service. Ooh. What do we got here? 5 of Pentacles. The Chariot. Temperance for the 3rd time. So Archangel Michael got you covered, guys. There's nothing to worry about. You're exactly right where you're meant to be. Things are balancing out. Things are healing continuously. And it is just so protected and guided by the divine. I'm hearing something coming full circle. I don't know what that means for whoever that means, but we do have the 8 of Swords, which the Divine Masculine had about being all up in their head, feeling like they can't move. But there's the moon again there, so there's definitely something being said here that the full moon eclipse in Virgo this Friday is shedding some light on anything that aspects of this journey for you, whoever this resonates with, that have been stagnant. They haven't moved in a very soft, flowy manner. They've been, too rigid, just too stagnant where they're at. And, with the temperance, 3rd temperance coming out, I love that, because there's a divine flow of things. We've got balance again with the Chariot. Some of these connections may have, Virgo is also about self-image, self-worth, self-value, and so there's some questionings around that right now. Am I worthy of this connection? I feel like those are just coming up to be illuminated, so you can move past them, move through them, integrate them, however it's being asked of you. After this full moon, please. The energy this full moon is bringing in for them. Ace of Swords, truth clarity. Yeah, this full moon, this eclipse season, really, we have the next eclipse. So we got the 14th and I believe it's the 29th, 27th, 29th of this month. Um, that's really bringing in, it's clearing a lot of air, it's clearing a lot of old energies, old DNAs. You could be sweating just in the torso aspect of your body because at night, and what happens when we do that is the dross DNA gets purged from our body, ancestral patterns get purged through our body that way. Anything you've worked on during the day through meditations or healings or whatever, that gets removed at night as well. But there's a lot of truth and clarity, a lot of discernment. You're going to know. So we started with an Ace of Wands and the Justice, and we're ending with the Ace of Swords. And I love that because where you may be thinking that this, you may have a lot of fears coming up that this isn't going anywhere, that this was just an empty, I'm hearing an empty promise, I'm hearing an empty dream, but that is just simply how this energy wants you to think and believe. Like the Queen of Swords says, you've got to be very discerning with these erratic energies in eclipse. I mean, I don't even put my crystals out to be charged with an eclipse because the energies are so erratic. You get more of the shadow aspect that comes through. I mean, I've done it before and I couldn't work with my crystals. I had to clear them all again and wait for the next full moon. This was like years ago, so I learned my lesson. So, but if you put yours out, that's fine. That's your journey, whatever. But I've had the experience where I, man, my crystals, they made me so mean, and maybe that was a good thing because it was bringing out things that were, you know, I wasn't seeing within myself back then. So, either way, I mean, all worked out. I got through it. But there's just this energy right now. You could just see it all over these cards. It's like this. It's in and out, in and out, in and out, and you can't really focus and trust a lot of what's being shown to you and what's uh, coming through the mind. Yeah, just be very discerning with that. You get another Ace of Pentacles, so there's three aces in the union energy. Divine Masculine had the one. Ace of Wands kept showing itself with the Divine Feminine energy read. Get that. Ace of Pentacles, Lovers, Queen of Cups, Page of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, World. Yep. So there's some good energies that want to come through. Very loving, very flowy energy. So just surrender through it right now and let things flow. Let's get one final guidance card for the collective. Who has a message for the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine? Whoop, dropping things here. Archangel Raphael, clarity of vision. Be willing to see things differently, to initiate healing and experience wholeness. Yeah, absolutely. So who had the Hangman? So the union energy has the Hangman, and all three readings have the Temperance energy, that's healing energy. And we got the Ace of Swords, so clarity. There's just so much that's coming in. We had Bridget the other day, I believe, for somebody's read. I love that. Inner fire, let your passion lead you to your purpose. I feel like I want to say with that is hold on to your vision. Like I said here, the vision may be adjusting, may be changing because you're elevating. The truth never changes. The untruths get revealed. And then, so if that's happening for you, then there might be an adjustment in how you view this connection, how you view, the twin flames in general, your counterpart, yourself. But I don't feel it changes the overall vision. It just becomes more technicolor with no cloudy, foggy images or spots to it. And in order to be willing to see things differently, we have to surrender and we have to flow. We have to be open to allow new visions to come through, new insights, new ways of doing things, thinking of things, and being in this world, right? Hope that makes sense. Anything else? Just a couple divine masculine saying. Just a couple messages for the collective divine masculines to their divine feminines. Sorry about the shaking of the camera. I should be getting my tripod mount this week. There's one. I'm tired of running. So that's another thing. Remember I said I give up. The resistance they've put in, and then everything that's pulling on them in their 3D experience, they're getting worn down. They've decided. I feel like they've decided. I'm hearing they decided a long time ago. They were going to stop running, and that's when everything opened up for them. And now they're like, okay, do I, do things the way I've been doing them? Do I surrender? How do I do that? I've got my spouse over here for some of you saying things in my ear, making me feel this way or that way. So I feel like some of the divine masculines need to I'm hearing step up to the plate and really take charge of their journey. Though that's for those who are allowing outside influences, whether it's people, money, jobs, something, situations, to dictate how they walk through this experience. You are the light at the end of the tunnel, they want to say. Our love is eternal. One more divine masculine, and they give me two more. I remember the day we met like it was yesterday. There's that Six of Cups energy that's been coming through, and that's probably why there's a lot of nostalgia going on, because they both have the Six of Cups. A lot of things coming up. I will say for me, out of the blue, discovered a photo of my divine masculine that, number one, I didn't know it was out there. It was from when we were together before, and my daughter had it. And I was like, I didn't even know that existed. And here it's 20 years later. So that's what I mean. And so just seeing that photo, it brought up all the memories from the day that photo was taken, what was going on. It was her 16th birthday. So there's just, and it was like, wow, look how young he was, and it's like, it just brought me right back to that time. And it was so feel good. And I needed that because I was starting to get into this, I give up energy, probably because I was picking up on him as well. But I just, so embrace all of those memories, especially the good ones, and time will tell. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for being here. And of course, this energy will probably shift within an hour. So if I get anything else, I will be back at another date and time. We will get your zodiacs out. But yeah, feel like it's just a big transition time. And it's really not a time to do anything outwardly. You know, divine feminine, pull into yourself, pull your energy back, and sit in your truth. And that's going to assist your divine masculine as well. You know that. Thanks for joining me. I love you guys. We'll talk to you soon. Be safe. Can't turn it off. Bye.